We live in a time when our world is more interconnected than ever before. 100 years ago, the average person in the world had very little first-hand experience of the world beyond their country's borders. Think about how much that has changed with the advent of things like the internet, commercial aviation, social media. And this interconnectivity is reflected on the mission field as well. From the West to the rest of the past few hundred years has been replaced by from the whole church to the whole world. And this interconnectivity and multicultural mission is actually surprisingly similar to the historical and cultural setting of the New Testament. Just look at how multicultural the first missionary team was in Acts 13. Think back on how many discussions the early church in the New Testament had about being multicultural. From practical issues like distributing food to widows and how to meet together as a multicultural church, to theological issues such as whether one had to become culturally Jewish to follow Jesus, or which cultural traditions could be redeemed and which were too worldly and needed to be discarded. So how did the New Testament church navigate the challenges they faced as a multicultural community called to be one just as Jesus is one with the Father? They sought koinonia. As you'll discover in this course, koinonia became a beautiful picture of what the early church meant when they meant Christian community, and especially Christian communities with members from different cultural and socioeconomic backgrounds. But don't take our word for it, see for yourself. In this course, you will inductively explore koinonia as it was used in the New Testament. Then you will see why Pioneers thinks that koinonia is an especially appropriate term to use when we talk about who Christ is calling us to become as an international fellowship. And finally, you will be challenged to apply what you have learned within your specific community and context. Oh, and a pastoral word of advice before you begin. We are on unique and corporate journeys in understanding how koinonia is expressed in multicultural contexts, and will be impacted in different ways as we walk through this course. So take time to note and reflect on any words, phrases, or stories that you find particularly impactful or that affect you strongly for whatever reason. Our heart for this course is to simply help facilitate conversation, share stories and tools, and create the space for you and the Holy Spirit to determine how He is inviting you to become a community increasingly characterized by koinonia.